Hello everyone, welcome to Malhotra's IAS Academy. So friends, today there was a meeting of Monetary Policy Committee, and in this meeting RBI has kept all these policy rates intact. So RBI has not changed any rate of interest, whether it is repo rate, whether it is SLR, CRR, whether it is bank rate, all these rates are intact. Now, why RBI has not changed any monetary policy rate? The reason behind that is rate of inflation in the economy. As per RBI survey or as per RBI views, the rate of inflation in the economy, it has reduced as compared to earlier time, but the food inflation, it is still high in India. So when the rate of inflation is high, if on that side, if RBI try to reduce the repo rate, it is going to increase the money flow in the economy, which is going to increase the inflation in the economy. So due to still high inflation, whether it is food inflation or any other inflation, RBI has kept this repo rate to 6.5% only. Now, growth. As per RBI's survey, there is a growth in the economy. The investments, new investments are coming in the economy. Now, there is a trade-off. Or what we can say, RBI's mandate or RBI's work is to create a balance between inflation in the economy and between inflation and growth rate in the economy. On one side, RBI has to control the inflation. On another side, RBI has to ensure the enough money supply in the economy so that there can be enough growth in the economy. Now, being a UPSC aspirant, from this particular news, what term is important and what is important? First, what is the meaning of repo rate and what different monetary policy rates are there? Repo rate is there, then your bank rate is there, then MSF rate is there. There are various other rates. So all these things are important for a UPSC aspirant. And what is inflation? Inflation is a general rise in the prices. So in India, there is a particular range which has been decided by the parliament, which has been decided by the government, that the inflation can remain within a range of 2 to 6%. So this 2 to 6%, this is something known as CPI. Now, these are important. And real GDP, the tentative real GDP growth for the year 24, it is 7.3%. Now again, what is important? Real GDP. What is the meaning of real GDP? What is the concept of base year in this real GDP? There are two different types of GDPs. One is nominal, another one is the real GDP. So this real GDP's tentative figures are 7.3%. And then the CPI inflation, as I said, the inflation which should be within the range of 2 to 6%. So for the year 24, this inflation tentative figure is 5.4%. Now, mains. If we talk about mains, so recently what we have seen, that UPSC has started framing the questions like what are the various challenges faced by the RBI, because what I said, on one side RBI has to maintain the money flow, enough money flow in the economy. On the another side, RBI has to maintain the inflation rate in the economy. So that means there is a great challenge in front of the RBI. So if such kind of question is there, then how you can start writing the answer of this question? So there is a brief introduction about this question. There is a brief conclusion about this question. You can start writing the answer by starting with this introduction. And again, what I said, this is something basic. हमने सिर्फ और सिर्फ आपको ये बोला है कि यहाँ से स्टार्ट करने के लिए आप सिर्फ इस इंट्रोडक्शन से स्टार्ट कर सकते हो. If you have better introduction, again you can use or you can choose that better introduction as well. Now another mains specific question can be, how does the RBI's monetary policy impact the real estate? Because one of the major beneficiary of today's monetary policy stance would be the real estate, and what they expect, that real estate is expecting that there would be continuous growth in the real estate if there is no change in the interest rates. So again, discuss the impact of global uncertainties on the Indian economic outlook. Again, something which is related with the overall economy. It is not specific to the monetary policy. So but whatever is going on throughout the world, monetary policy plays the biggest role, because the monetary policy of India's RBI, it is going to attract more foreign investments. It is going to ease out the inflationary pressure on the economy. It is going to boost the GDP of India, and it is also going to boost the exports from India. So monetary policy is going to play a bigger role in the overall development of your economy. So again, now if on the last level of UPSC, that is interview, that how would you advise the RBI on its future monetary policy stance? Like if let's suppose you are in the finance ministry or you are working as a secretary in any ministry, and you have to give your views that how, if let's suppose you are the governor of RBI or you are appointed by the government in the RBI, then how you are going to frame the policy, because in that how you are going to answer. Now when you are going to frame the policy, you have to keep focusing on inflation, you have to keep focusing on the growth, you have to keep focusing on the global scenarios as well. So by looking at all these angles, you have to formulate your monetary policy. So this should be your answer, or we can say these should be the angles which you should include while answering this particular question. Now again, on the basis of this particular report or particular news, we have created or we have formulated these 5 MCQs. Again, these are the basic MCQs. Which of the following factors contributed to RBI's decision keep repo rate unchanged? ठीक, तो क्यों RBI ने repo rate जो है unchanged रखा है, इसको क्यों change नहीं किया गया? I am not going to answer these questions. On the last slide, there are the answers of all these 5 questions. So I am just going to scroll down. These are the 5 different questions we have formulated, we have framed, and you have to answer all these 5 questions. Now, which of the following sector is most likely to benefit from the RBI's decision? What are the major objectives of RBI monetary policy? And what are the risks associated with the RBI's decision to keep the repo rate unchanged? So these are 5 basic questions which have been framed from this particular news, and your work is to answer all these, and after answering you can download the sheet, and on the last slide you can find the answers for these 5 different questions. Thank you.